Tanya. Everything okay with Alexa? She just texted me. Good afternoon, Virgo. A bit of an update here. She says my mom would like to proceed forward with a different lender. Please give me a call.
Excellent. Time to destroy more opponents.
I've seen it all. Nothing surprises me.
That's it?
Need something? I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
This is your champion.
The hunt begins.
This little viper's got her mom's fangs.
Here we go. Ready up. Let's go over there.
First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful. Contact with hostile.
We're all ready for the next game.
It's low.
Get over
More
there.
time to loot. Come on,
A new level means it's upgrade time for...
patching myself up. Attention. Evo
More dudes coming.
are online. C7 scout here.
I didn't get my kill. I don't know where the fuse
Another
went.
squad's attacking. Grenade. Patching myself up.
upgrade.
Enemy here.
Going.
Recharging
I'd like to
shields.
re-enter the home. Turn up the crawl space under the home
What's it look like, Loba?
is considered the exterior. So the H, if there's anything under the HOA, it's like construction material.
Incoming care package. I love loot.
And there's a rock. Oh, yeah.
You reservoir?
Oh, a AAA person who can send them the address. You can send it close.
Attention.
I'm going.
He just looks it up. Yeah.
Keep eyes on the kill leader.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to grab your banner.
What did he talk to?
Picked up our friend's banner. We can bring him back.
Oh, okay.
The res here, then we're gonna tap this banner.
Unless the mother, unless the mother was there, I would only follow up and talk to Alexis. Because Alexis' daughter, probably my daughter.
We're getting, take the zip.
She gets upset. And I'm
Take that zip immediately.
This way.
She looks at me and I can't say anything. You know what I mean? So So I think Alexa's like that with her mother.
It's deadline time.
And Alexa, she works at home.
Leave so many treasures
Ask
behind.
her to follow up with her mother.
Using grapple.
They're watching the zip. You guys jump off and take them out of the zip line, right?
Shooting. Another squad attacking.
Oh, you didn't listen.
Grenade, move! Target down. Damn it, that hurt. I'm down.
I'm gonna tell them that would destroy the transaction. It would alter the timeline. Yeah, it would alter the timeline too much. We would have to start over.
Attention. There is a new failure.
Yeah. If the seller would come down, 50 bills. Last year, they had another offer, like $50,000 for that buyer. I did a appraise for that buyer in September. This is last year. So the seller has that value in mind. So I hope he is bringing the price down. I think he will. It's not good.
Pick up our friend's banners. We can bring them back. Respawn beacon over there.
I'll talk her down.
Using grapple.
What are the odds I'll find the Moby? Yeah. Almost there though. Backseat. Saving my key in case I need it. I'll just use it.
Hostile right here. That rings far. I guess that means I have to move far.
He's coming for me.
I leveled up. To the upgrades. They're dropping a replicator. Pick an upgrade, friends.
Yes, sir. Careful, that guy's nearby. I don't know what his deal is.
This time will be different. I couldn't leave so many treasures behind.
They should be on. I think we
It's
should
solo.
move that way.
Right now, he just looking for his team.
Optics here. Close range.
Maybe your glasses
I need
are
a
up
hop
here.
up.
Starting to get
Turbocharger.
covered over there.
Is it my what?
Glasses?
I'll take that.
Glasses. What glasses?
45 seconds, rings close.
Oh, it's a glasses case. So. Alright.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Extra treasures here. You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna grab this shield thing here.
Seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go.
Let's go this way.
Jump drop.
Mid.
I have been down.
Oh shit, I just ran into a whole squad.
I cracked it.
Nice.
Target down.
I have no more knock guns. He's thirsty. Got my banner.
You succeeded only in disappointing me.
Nice. That guy's kind of crazy. Pushing up like that. Little boy run. Wait, no, you're better. Wait, that was just arena. There's still 2. There's a supply bin here, right there if you need help. It's not open. Oh, it is open.
Hold on, I need to heal.
They're gonna be on your butt, brother. Gotta go. You might meet them here. You could definitely shoot that guy in the back.
Hold on, I need to heal. Hold on, I need to heal. Jump right in position. Freshening up with a Phoenix kit. Replicator incoming. Ah, what a lovely new upgrade.
That's right.
Let's make some new friends and then destroy them.
The old phase and the new.
What do you get for the girl who has everything more?
This is your champion.
What's a few concussions between mates, eh?
Don't miss. I won't.
I wonder what we'll
Get
find
ready.
over there.
I'm coming for you. Get ready. I'm coming for you, friend.
What what can I say?
Oops.
You were in
Get
my
ready.
way.
I'm coming for you, friend. Contact.
There's a dude here.
Frag out. First blood, and it's not us. Wonderful. 1 minute. The ring isn't far. Frag out. Contact the hostile.
It's getting dicey. Wow.
Enemy over there.
There's another dude up there.
Enemies are shooting at me.
Oh my god. There's a dude on. I hate this game. Really?
It's your lucky day. I've got you. 10 seconds until the ring closes. Grab what you need and let's go.
Recharging shields. Recharging shields. Whole squad down. Now we can loot them.
Beautifully done.
I am repeating myself.
GG. I should not be alive right now.
Let's move this way. Evo harvester here.
I feel good about this care package. Shall we?
Optics here. Mid-range.
Recharging my shield.
Care package over there. I leveled up. To the upgrades. I've chosen an upgrade. Be very afraid, non-friends. Extended heavy mag here. Level 2. I need heavy ammo. I think we should move that
People
way.
raising this way.
Using grapple.
Anyone up for some shopping?
Where's the res beacon here?
Hostile spotted. Cancel that.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh, I see him. He's coming down?
Enemy
Oh, is that
spotted.
him?
Hostile
Cracked him.
spotted.
He popped his ult.
Hostile spotted. Reloading.
Alright, back it up. You guys, come on.
I am taking fire.
Come on.
Who's ready to fly on a zipline? I am. my shield to recharge.
Why is it so slow? Ooh, no, that's not good.
Grappling.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Got our friend's banner. This is great. They're dropping a replicator.
I just gotta find a place to res you now.
Replicator there. Perfect for cuts and broken bones.
There's a team nearby. Maybe they left, hopefully.
Just a minute until the ring closes. At least I don't have to wait for anyone. Ring's not that far.
We're alive.
Look out, worlds. I'm leveled up and ready to upgrade. I've chosen an upgrade, and it's chosen me.
I couldn't leave so many treasures behind.
Art star here.
Lifeline low.
Already inside the ring.
You're welcome.
Alright. Come inside. Alright, boys. I don't know.
I'm down.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Package. I love loot.
Let them thirsty. Like right now. Let them thirst you.
It's zip care package over
Dude,
there.
fly down, please. I'm begging you. Let them kill you right now.
Already so far from
I'm about to craft a banner. I don't know.
actually right now.
Okay.
Crafting. 1 minute rest. Got our friend's banner. This is
Alright,
great.
let's look over here.
To be fair, this is my first real match in like 3 months probably.
It's all good, man. find the movie when I need it.
I am repairing myself. The next ring is not close. Good to know. Replicator incoming, friends.
What do I even do? They're gonna be out there.
That's up. Repairing my damages. Only 45 seconds. Rings far. I am repairing myself. Only 10 seconds left. Cool. Ready to fly on a zip line. I am. Care package over there. Giving my shields a recharge. Replicator incoming, friends. Great! I'm at the max level. Care package over there.
Fuck me. Oh, moving the res. That's another headshot.
When in the hell did they nerf the crazy shotgun?
Dude, I don't know. Oh, I hit the zip line.
Yes, I want the next ring.
Alright, they didn't see me, hopefully. Let's let them relax a bit. Sorry guys, I'm gonna knock. Come on, don't run away. Dude, my aim is the worst in the world. Yeah, we should have knocked that guy.
5 seconds until ring close. It's near. Good thing I can move.
Okay, just walked right in. GG.
This outfit could use some
Well, I'll
high-caliber
be-
accessories.
They never catch me. 가자. Time to win and stay alive.
Introducing your champion.
Appreciate the follow, Slayer man. Thanks for the follow, bro.
Get ready. I'm coming. Get ready. Let's let. Oops. Oops. I killed. Get ready. I'm coming for you, friend.
Yes, appreciate the follow, bro.
조심하자. An enemy landed here.
That's not good.
I'm down. I need
That's
to
not
get
good.
back in.
Give me comms.
Right here, got one. Right here. Frag out. We're already inside the next ring. Frag out.
There better be some good loot around here.
Frag out.
Throwing thermite grenade.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Oh, he just lost me.
Some animals crawl off to die alone. But what?
That guy friggin' destroyed me. That came out of here. Thanks for the follow, Clads. That was a very fast game. Not gonna lie, that Caustic broke my ankles, bro. He came out of nowhere. I thought he was in front of us. That's facts, bro. Definitely that one was not our game. Tell you what. Maybe I'll be this character. Give my teammates some shields.
Oh, that's, first let me apologize. I didn't know Tanya was going to call you. I called to talk to her. Yeah, I wanted to
There's
know,
vacuum in the background. It's not a vacuum. It's my AC. Oh look, it's Clads.
We're all here for love of the game. At least I am.
No way it's the same too, bro. What the?
try now.
Enough flirting. Save it
That's
for
good.
when we win.
This is your champion.
Same crew, same game. That's crazy. Yeah, no. We live odds.
I'm the jump master. This is the exciting part. Well, one step closer, one step closer, one step. I keep my shields full with this big
But
old
then
bag.
I can't realize it and attack back into the game and
I understand.
and then
In the world.
Strategy-wise, this is a good spot.
Understood.
Jumping! Remember to keep your mouth closed for bugs.
I'm gonna tell you, I think, so all lenders, so being a lender is very competitive, being a real estate agent. And so if you're in the middle of a home loan, first of all, think of it this way. Alexa is a lender, right?
Countdown.
And Virgo is in the middle of a
We're
home
already in the
loan,
next
right?
ring. Good. More time to
And so
look.
you work at like a bank, Bank of America, right? And so
Got bogeys?
Get ready. There's an enemy close by.
when you're,
Someone go.
first of all, I've already been hit, too. Right? The FICO score.
Component gas.
Because I mean, all that logo has to do with
Taking you out.
trying to figure out
See what?
what
Dudes.
and you attack. Scared.
Crypto, you grab his banner?
Because they can probably give you a better rate.
Go here.
You can close it out. And most lenders do.
Enemy right here.
Alright, GG boys. Jesus.
So if it's a question of rates, all you have to do is compare. All you have to do is ask Tanya, what rate are you gonna have? And then go back to the other lender and see if it's about rates. Go back to the other
Jesus.
lender, can you beat this rate? But remember, so we only have about 2 weeks on the transaction. And so if your mother, remember, if you switch lenders, let's assume you get a better rate than the other lender, then you're gonna have to start over from day one. Tanya is trying to close the transaction in 23 days, right? And we have about, just rounded off, 2 weeks left. And so the next lender might not be able to do that. The next lender might say we can close in 30 days.
Wow,
Actual
a different team.
transaction will be, let's say, 15 days, where we are now, plus another 30 days. And the seller doesn't have to wait for that, even though it's beneficial in that scenario. It would be beneficial for you to switch to another lender. The seller doesn't have to wait for that. The seller can actually cancel the transaction. Because remember, we started off with an offer at a pre-approval from lender A. And now we're saying we want to switch to lender B.
Introducing your champion.
Start the whole transaction.
Don't get your budgie smugglers in a twist.
And
It's just your old mate.
did you pay for the appraisal or the timing?
Get ready. I'm coming. Get ready. I'm coming. Get ready. I'm coming. Oops. Oops. I killed you on purpose.
Okay. Tanya, one reason why I work with her is
Hold your breath. If you have a respiratory system.
all right.
I'm flying.
Or whatever the amount is, let's say the amount is $500. You're gonna have to pay for that as well.
First blood on.
So,
Extra treasure here. You're welcome.
There's an extended energy magazine here. Level 2. Lucky us,
So talk
we
to
are
your mother.
already
If it's
inside
just
the ring.
a question of grade, we can go. I mean, you got a very good rate. If that lender can offer a lower rate, they're trying to ask it to do that.
Havoc here. Extended heavy mag
The
here.
solution,
Level
I
3.
don't think the solution is switching. I think that's what the square design line. Number one, so that's not issue number one. is switching to the lender. So I think it's Buyer wants to switch ledgers and extend the timeline.
Using jump
Issue
drive.
number two, we're trying to resolve the leak. Issue number three, the appraisal came back $10,000 lower.
Barrel stabilizer here. Level 2.
We're trying to resolve the inspection situation.
I need an extended light
I
mag.
don't want to give this, I don't want the seller worried about switching lenders, the inspection, and the lower appraisal.
Jump drive in position.
That's too much for most people. I don't,
Extended heavy
because that would
mag.
increase the
Level
likelihood
3.
of a cancellation.
Shops open for VIPs only.
Nice choice. Got good taste. Mama's got you now.
Gonna lobby for some fire range. Okay. You know how that goes.
Here I go.
Care package on the way. I like the sound of that.
Care package over there. Ready to fly on a zip line. Care package over there.
Sounds like cold feet. Sounds like cold feet. Plus, you talk to another lender. And lenders will tell you almost anything. If you have a 6% interest rate, they'll tell you they can get you a 5%. But they're telling you that because what they're saying is, in general, they can offer. Here, okay, we can do another one. When a lender says something like, I can give you a 5% interest rate.
Evil harvester
Eagle
here.
harvester here. I hope we
What
can
they're
be
not telling
friends.
you is that you have to meet certain criteria in order to get that loan. They leave that
Jump
out.
drive activated.
So it could be that your credit score has to be 70, 20, maybe your down
I
payment.
leveled up, friends. Time to get an upgrade. I've chosen an upgrade.
They sometimes
Be
list
very
criteria,
afraid,
and
non-friends.
if you don't meet any of those criteria, then the rate is going to go back.
Snipe in over there.
But they will have ran your credit.
Laser sight here. Level 3.
Hopefully it wouldn't be another hard pull. Not you personally. I mean, so you have to be careful because you can talk to 3 different people. You can go to Wells Fargo today. They can say I have a 6% rate. What are your rates right now? Say, oh, our rates are at 5.3. You go to Bank of America.
Looks like that's been needed.
Bank of America in particular, we're not telling you. But
Okay.
they can give you a 5.3.
Tower?
Once they run your credit, they'll
I
say,
see a
okay,
deployed
you
tower there, friends.
qualify.
Using grapple.
Okay, fine.
Extra treasures here.
Yeah,
Go up. Evac tower here.
So you may have to take breaks. I'm with them. So,
Sailing over there.
so when you anxiety,
Wonder what they
you'll
found.
talk to your mother tonight. You'll let me know.
Set it up for you.
Also, I don't know if you're gonna text me.
Come see the merchandise.
Hop up here. Boosted loader. Nice choice. You've got good taste.
It's a different leak. So apparently, the first leak, which is
Evil harvester here.
part of the drain line that's coming from, it's called an R-hole.
There's an evil harvester here.
The condo that you're in.
Ready to fly on a zip line.
Email?
They should be on target over there. Watching that.
Lock one?
Very minor.
Reloading.
Come to me.
A grapple to no.
I'm knocking over you.
Not
One here, me, I don't know where.
Yeah, knocked one coming. Take the evac to it.
I heard him, but I don't know where. There's a second one somewhere. He's over here.
And then because it's going underneath the unit, the cross base.
Yeah, they have a low bus, so it's probably 4 running.
An HOA area.
The lobe was down.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Dude's probably 4 running. So you can res.
So these emails are from the listing agent to the HOA. They have been responding to me. Because
Hear him?
you're not, I'm your agent. You're not the owner of the property. So
Yeah, that guy's on Narnia.
Another party, I think?
Alright, you up. Charge my signal.
Her latest email
Hostile close.
Oh, he's low.
Fuck, should I run?
Yeah,
I was
just try.
chasing the fucking...
Dude, I told you not to chase him.
hopefully we can get
Freaking
that.
Narnia.
This gets you out of the way. So we can sign it. And then that would get out of the way.
Yeah, just get out of there. It's fine.
I can talk to the listing agent about the appraisal. I don't want to give it too much at once. The appraisal came back low. So remember, the seller does not have to lower the price. But we're so far along, hoping that they will bring the price down to $10,000. The appraisal came in $10,000.
New kill leader?
Where do I spawn, guys?
Interesting. Replicator there. Let's add to our collection of loot. 1 minute until the ring closes.
And then my
Still got time to loot.
Some storage for you. It's fine. And we'll make sure that you set this.
45 seconds until the ring closes.
Okay, so if you can go through those and sign all those.
The enemy is here.
Just commit to the run. No stop chasing.
Recharging shields.
I would say we're about. Okay, mother.
People.
Yeah.
10 seconds until the ring closes.
Oh, you're right.
I've got to move.
No, keep going. Run, 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 run.
Taking fire. That's half the
I'll
squad's
just
down.
wait.
This dude
Now what
hesitates a
do they
lot,
leave
dude.
behind?
They got blow down,
shields.
they'll know where you went. Yep. Judy close.
Okay, so how did it go? Yes, can you hear me? Okay, so they're gonna talk to you tonight. I'll talk to Alexa. I told her this is getting to be quite a bit because we have the inspection issue that we're trying to resolve. And we have the appraisal issue now. And we're gonna have to resolve that. And then the mother is creating her own issue. Those are all the contingencies. And the closing, that's another term. You want to extend the closing out another 30, 35, 40 days on top of our long, like 2 weeks and we've been in the transaction. So that's probably going to be too much for the seller. Oh, she agreed. She said the mother has cold feet.
He
She wants
is.
to talk to someone.
Whenever he
Her
is.
credit union. I told her some lenders are like that, they're very competitive. If her mother told the lender that her and her daughter are in contract on a home, number one, that tells the lender that the buyers, if they have a good FICO score and income, and they have an accepted offer already. And so the lender probably did tell the woman that she could give her a slower rate. But that doesn't mean that she could, yeah, of course she did. That doesn't mean that she can
Get
actually
ready.
give them,
I'm
yeah,
coming.
because
Get
she hasn't
ready.
ran a
I'm
credit.
coming.
this spot.
Get ready.
And
I'm
I
coming.
don't know if you want to know which part.
Oops, I killed you on purpose.
I don't know if it would be
Remember,
a-
eyes on the prize.
And she's gonna have to pay for the.
Oh no, an enemy landed near me.
Who paid for this?
We're already inside the next ring. First blood already. Heck yeah,
Oh.
we're coming.
So that's what I told her. She's gonna say. So what happens if she cancels? Well, yeah.
Grappling.
Oh, okay. That's what someone did. I told her she's gonna have to
Dealing
pay
with
for
that.
that twice. Yeah, so let her know.
eBay harvesters are now available.
Gotta hop up here.
Crafting.
Look at the Evo
So
harvester.
doesn't have to wait for us to go with another vendor. And I don't know.
Friends, there is an extended energy
does
magazine
that.
here. Level 2. Hostile
The lender,
pulse.
We've got a bad guy close.
that's another hard pull.
Backing up. There's a guy in between
I
us.
don't know if that.
Yeah.
Cancel. I don't know if a buyer
There's
can
someone-
cancel.
Enemy over there. I am taking fire, friends.
Ooh, I got smacked by that.
Grenade out. They're shooting at me. Broken enemy shield.
Giving
Over
my
there.
shields a recharge.
One over here.
Spotted. Grenade.
Didn't make it.
Enemy back away.
I am repairing myself. Looking for sniper optics.
Grenade flung. Being shot at.
I'm killing.
Grenade flung. Reload. Hold on, I need to heal.
I got the best loadout.
Shield
We might want to retreat.
This way.
here.
Kind of not any
Eyes
loot.
to the sky. A care package. Taking fire.
Okay.
Damn it, that hurt.
You know what happened?
I was in the crash. Oh, wait.
I'm
Broken enemy shield. Reload.
One's one.
Alright.
I'm
Grenade out.
this line.
Being shot at. Been down.
It's not good.
Firing. Thermite out. Grapple. I am taking fire, friends.
GG. Fucking dead. Maybe not.
The enemies are shooting at me.
Oh,
Giving my
Jesus. How'd
shields a
you do that?
recharge. I should get an upgrade. You can never have too many upgrades. Grappling. I am taking fire.
And from playing video games, I realized why, like, the military tells you to follow orders. Because, I don't know, like, I'm telling my teammates to retreat. I'm like, retreat, we're losing, we need more like, attachments for our guns and stuff, we should retreat, we need to heal. And he's like, no, I got this guy to 1 health, I got him to 1, and then we all died, because I got to turn around.
You should look at, there's a movie called An Officer and a Gentleman. Have you seen that?
No.
It's a military courtroom drama.
Yeah.
It's good. You should look at it.
What's it
I
called?
don't know. An Officer and a Gentleman.
It's a courtroom
You should
drill.
look at that. Underneath, like below the surface, what it's about is you have some Marines.
Mm-hmm.
They have somebody, Marines, they follow orders because they believe people will die if they don't.
Yeah. Or like more people.
Even if they have to stand and, like in Guantanamo Bay, they have to stand and stand on the wall and keep guard.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to do it. If they don't, people will die. So they had orders not to haze somebody.
Mm-hmm.
In a boot camp, 2 of them hazed somebody and the person died. And that's what it was about. And there was a courtroom drama. I won't tell you what happened. That's a surprise.
Alright.
A surprise ending. And when you look at it, tell me.
Alright. Wow.
You have to apply to temp agencies?
Yeah.
Which one?
Robert Half and the other one you said.
They didn't call you?
Nope.
Robert Half? Where's it at? In San Francisco?
I don't remember. I applied like a month ago. activate it. GG. What? Oh my god. They just keep special summoning each other. I could not negate that, but okay. Does this card have a purpose? Because I can't activate it. I don't understand. It won't let me use Forbidden Droplet.
Recording in progress.
So, with that, let's talk about what you should be getting out of Unit 4. So this unit is actually one of my favorite units. I think it's very applicable. It's very hands-on, and I get to hear your voices for the assignment. So you're going to be reading about the 8 golden rules of interface design. So similar to Norman's design principles, these are a different set of heuristics or design principles that this book specifically decides to cover. And you're going to, for your assignment, perform a heuristic evaluation using these 8 golden rules of design. You're also going to read chapter 5, which covers the importance of evaluation, how to go about evaluating as any tool to get user feedback, and how to go about evaluating the actual experience that users are having. So for your assignment, you are going to step into my shoes and essentially do your own little class. So this is very important. Half of the credit is you recording this with audio. So don't just submit slides because then you're only getting half credit. You have to record your presentation. And you have to record it as if you were teaching a class. So we have very specific instructions in the assignment itself, as well as the rubric for things that we're looking for. We don't want you to read off of the slide, right? Y'all have had 4 seminars with me, including this one. You know that I don't just sit here and read off of the slide in a very monotone voice. I use the slide as a point of reference to talk about what I want to talk about. And one of the nice things is when you use PowerPoint or Google Slides, there's that little section at the bottom where you can put speaker notes. So if you know that you're going to get nervous or you're going to forget what it is that you want to say, you can write it out as speaker notes. But we do want it to feel a little more conversational. We want you to showcase your presentation skills. So if you're feeling a little nervous, a little shy, my recommendation is to practice several times before actually recording. Practice in front of a mirror so that you can see yourself. You don't have to record with video, so that's a little less stressful, I think, where you don't look any kind of way. Something that I have learned is if you smile while you're speaking, you sound more informal and friendly. So smile while you're speaking, and it'll sound a little more natural. I don't know why it works. It just hits different. The way you enunciate is different. The way that you end up feeling a little more comfortable, it kind of just tricks your brain into feeling a little more comfortable, a little more at ease. So I definitely recommend smiling, even if you feel like you look like a dork. It's fine, because again, you're not recording your video, you're just recording audio. So try to make it sound as natural as possible, and think about or consider the fact that you don't have to do it all in one go. So PowerPoint has a feature, and you've done similar assignments with previous classes, so you know that you can record per slide. So you can mess up a slide and it's fine. You don't have to start the whole presentation from the beginning. You just have to re-record that one section. Or if you're using a different software, if you're not using PowerPoint, you can, say whatever you're saying, and then you mess up, and then you just keep recording, and then you just cut that snippet out if you're using a different recording software tool. So just find a flow that works for you. If you rather record it, keep recording and then edit the audio, that's fine. If you rather record a bunch of takes until you get perfect, that's also fine. But do take into consideration how long that's going to take you to do the assignment, because from experience I can tell you that editing a recording takes at least twice as long as it took you to actually do the recording. So give yourself enough time to do the slides and then actually record your presentation and make sure that it's done in a way that you are going to get all of the credit, and that it feels natural, that your audio is coming through, that you're not reading off the slides, etc., etc. Keep in mind, if you do use speaker notes, I'm not going to grade the speaker notes. I don't even look at them. I'm only looking at the slides and the audio that you say. So if you want to keep the speaker notes there, that's fine. But if you do something like put your citations in there, it doesn't count for credit. I only grade what's on the slide and what I can hear. For the slides themselves, like I said, you're going to be kind of presenting as if you are teaching a class. So you should be introducing the concepts similar to how I do, right? I do an agenda. I talk about what it is that we're going to be learning, why it's important, blah, 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 blah. And then I go into the actual topic itself. So you should be doing that. Take up the first 2 slides to do that. Then you'll do 1 slide for each of the 8 golden rules. So you're going to describe it, define what it is, talk about why it's important, why it matters to design, how it ensures that things are designed well and that users have a good experience. And then you're going to use that rule to conduct an heuristic evaluation of Microsoft Word. That part is very, very important. Make sure to include pictures of Microsoft Word in your slides as you're doing the heuristic evaluation, so that we know what it is that you're referring to. because as students, right, if you were presenting this and you just say in Microsoft Word, blah, 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 but there's no visual aid to help your students know what it is that you're talking about, they're going to be totally lost, right? Or maybe they're not familiar with Microsoft Word, or maybe they don't remember exactly what all the menu options are, whatever it might be. So make sure to have some sort of visual accompanying whatever it is, whatever feature or example or attribute it is that you are talking about in Microsoft Word. Any questions about this assignment?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I also hate the sound of my own voice on recording, so you can also just ask someone else to hear it. Be like, hey, does this sound good? Because I don't want to hear it. Let me know. And that's also totally fine. Ask a roommate, ask a spouse, ask a partner, ask a friend. Send it to each other and be like, hey, how does this sound? Because you're all at the same class, right? So you can use the buddy system over here. All right. So let's talk a little bit about testing and evaluation so that you all know kind of what you're getting into as you're performing a heuristic evaluation of Microsoft Word. So last week we talked about the iterative design cycle when we introduced user-centered design. We talked about how you are always designing and prototyping and then evaluating your prototype so that you can iterate on your design. Today we're going to focus on this evaluate aspect of the cycle. Of note, there are two broad categories that any given evaluation approach can fall under. One is usability testing, which is also known as or called empirical evaluation technique. And that is when actual real users use the technology or the tool or the software or whatever it might be, and they either tell you what the issues are, or you observe them while they're using the product and you take notes about what any issues are. An expert evaluation or an analytic evaluation technique is when you, as the expert, as a design expert, or you or a team that you hire of experts, conducts the evaluation and they tell you what are the things that users might run into. So they pretend to be users, but because they are experts, they have a different experience, right? They let you know, oh, the average user might not encounter this, but I as an expert know that you should be doing X, Y, Z because users ABC or whatever it might be. And when you are testing, it is very important that you test early and that you test often, because the earlier you find an issue, the earlier you can solve it before you have put in a lot of resources into designing a product, right? And so if you are already on prototype number 5 and it was built on this one thing that was an issue all along, you're going to have to rework a whole lot more than if you had tested with prototype 1 and caught that issue earlier on. We've got a question in the chat: where are non-expert users pulled from? That is a great question. I will answer that right now. So, recruiting, where do you recruit users from? So, it depends where you are, what your resources are. If you are working for a company, they usually have some sort of budget, and you can actually use that budget to market and get users. So if any of you have been on public transportation, you might see signs often, we're recruiting participants for a study, blah, 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 blah. Those are very common for medical studies, but you can use them for user studies, just to determine, hey, how usable is this product? Yes, focus groups are one way of doing that. So a focus group, you would have people in a group assessing, but you can also have individuals assess the product one at a time, and then you take notes. Ideally, you want to leverage the power of your own networks, right? You all have friends who use technology. They might not necessarily be your target audience, but they are users of technology and could give you really helpful feedback. So any friends and family, you can post it on social media. You want to cast as wide a network when recruiting so that you can get as many perspectives. Again, even if they're not your target audience. So for example, let's say I am designing an app for pet sitting. None of my friends have pets, but all of my friends have used apps. All of my friends have used social media. So I can ask them, hey, I know you don't have a pet, but pretend that you did. Can you use this app and let me know what you think? Because they have experience using phones, because they have experience using other apps, they can draw from that experience and say, oh yeah, here's what I found. Here are the issues that I found, even if they don't have pets. For example, of course, I can also do something like focus group where I recruit people who have pets, people who have hired pet sitting services, and I ask them about their experiences with my product or my app. While you're actually in the testing environment, you want to make sure that you're taking notes. So if you are able to, you want to also record what is going on because, you know, humans are fallible. We might be taking notes, but we might miss something that someone says. So if you're able to record it, it'll be great so that you can review it later. If the technology that they're using is based on a screen, for example, whether it's a phone or on a computer, you want to make sure that you record the screen because that way, if, for example, you see that they moved their cursor in a certain way, they tried to click on the top left, but it should have been the top right or something like that, you're able to associate what it is that they're saying, the feedback that they're giving you directly with their actual interactions with the interface or the technology. If they're using some sort of physical product, then you would want to have a camera recording, again, how they are interacting. The whole point of this is to understand how the humans are interacting with technology, so making sure that you are recording the actual interaction itself, as well as whatever it is that the users are saying is really, really important. When you are testing, you want to give users a little bit of freedom. You don't want to give them a prescribed set of steps because then you're not going to know where they would make mistakes, right? When someone downloads an app from the App Store, it doesn't come with perfect instructions. Someone from the dev team doesn't show up like a little angel on their shoulder and say, oh, this is how you do this. They have to figure it out. So you want to make sure that you can simulate that to the best extent possible, but you also don't want to be vague, right? You don't want to just give them a phone and be like, here's a phone, figure it out. But you can do something like, hey, we have an app that its purpose is going to be to blah, 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 match pet sitters with pets. I want you to download the app, create an account, and find a pet sitter near you. Clear instructions, they're concise, but I'm not telling them how to do it, right? I'm telling them what I want them to do, but not how to do it. And that's really, really important because you want to figure out, can users on their own who have this goal in mind, right? Because when they would download this, they have their own goal in mind. Can users figure it out? How do they go about figuring it out? Ideally, if you are working in a team or have a team, you would want multiple people from your team to be present and take notes. Don't give instructions too specifically to the user, but you want them to observe from different angles because they might find something that you don't. After the testing has concluded, you want to debrief with your team, ideally the same day when everything is still fresh, right? So you have a conversation after the user leaves, and that whole, oh, I didn't notice that, but that reminds me that the user actually did blah, 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 right? Grabbing all of those notes and all of those things that we noticed together is incredibly, incredibly important. Then you want to take everything that you all noticed and said and compile it and synthesize it, and do that for all of the observers and all of the users, and then take those notes and apply them to your updated designs. Any questions on this? So, heuristic evaluation will because this is essentially what you're doing, I'm gonna go a little more deeply into this, but there are many, many ways to test. When you've got a focus groups, that is absolutely one method of testing. You can do interviews, you can do kind of like in the wild observation. So let's say you want to design a new self-service kiosk. You can go to your local coffee shop or your local McDonald's or Panera's, wherever it is that already has a self-service kiosk. Just observe how people interact, right? That is one version of usability testing. You don't necessarily need to have a product. It's both usability testing and market research. But in this case, we're going to focus on heuristic evaluation, which again is done by experts. So for your assignment, you are the one and only expert doing it, but usually you would hire or be part of a team of experts that review the interface independent of each other. So you give them the interface and they have some sort of guidelines that they're following. So their job as experts is to inspect the UI, which is the user interface. They inspect it thoroughly. They have some sort of guidelines. So if you were working with Norman's design principles, for example, they would have that set of rules, on a piece of paper or however it is that they work. I like piece of paper, I like physical stuff. So I would have it on a piece of paper and go through, and every single heuristic, I would check that your interface actually matches it. For the assignment, you're not going to use Norman's design principles, you're going to use the 8 golden rules. But there's a bunch of different heuristics that people can use to design this, right? You could do a whole testing suite just on accessibility, for example. So you could have an accessibility expert come in and assess your UI against, if it's a website, WCAG, which is Web Content Accessibility Guidelines, right? So whatever guidelines it is, whatever they're an expert in, they're going to assess your interface against those specific heuristics. They often, because things are never perfect on the first try, and you literally hire them to find problems, they will find any usability problems and write them down, and then when they meet with you, they will tell you why the problem is a problem. So they'll say, oh, going with accessibility example, oh, you used a blue background and a light blue text that isn't enough contrast for this specific guideline. You are failing to meet this guideline where you need to have a contrast ratio of, I think it's 4.3, and you only have a 2.2. So they'll tell you and they'll justify it with whatever heuristic it is that you're missing. Like I said, there are many, many options. We've got Norman design principles, there's graphic design principles, there's something called Nielsen's 10 usability heuristics, and many, many more. So it depends on what it is that you want them to assess. It depends on the type of expert that they are. I gave the example of accessibility testing, right? Or you wanted to test for something else. So there are many kinds of experts, but in essence, they're going to have one specific set of guidelines. They're not going to do all of this, right? They're not going to come in and say, oh, I'm a design expert and I'm going to test against 30 different kinds of heuristics. That's not a thing. They usually have one specific set that they work with, and that's what they're going to do. Usually, because it's a team of experts that you hire, and multiple brains work better than one, they will all meet with each other, and they will actually discuss with each other what were the problems that they came across, so that again, if one of them missed something, the other ones can help complement what it was that those usability issues are. Or maybe one of them comes in and says, yeah, I couldn't find a heuristic to explain the problem that I had, but something didn't feel right about this specific interaction. And the other heuristic experts can say, oh, same here, I would mark that under this specific heuristic. Something along those lines, right? Because they want to be able to justify that to you, so that then you can discuss it with your own design team and update your designs. Any questions on this? Awesome. So, I do want to really briefly show you all an awesome resource. what is it? Don't take anything to... I'm blanking on the name of his actual website. Sensible.com. So Sensible.com is a wonderful site that has a ton of resources. Krug, I've mentioned this book before, called Don't Make Me Think. Definitely recommend y'all check it out. It goes into why testing is important, what are some common pitfalls of testing, why a lot of companies often choose to not test, a lot of excuses that they give, oh, we don't have enough time, we don't have enough money, we don't know how to find the right people to test. And he essentially goes through and debunks all of those excuses and says, actually, testing can be done really quickly for little to no money at all, and you can still get a lot of good feedback. There's even something that he introduces that is pretty common in tech called dog fooding. When I worked at Twitter, it's something that we did where you as the developers or members of the company test your own product. So you are your own user. So we as employees had the newest version of the app that wasn't available to the public yet. But we were testing those features to make sure that when we launched it to the public, it wasn't going to break or it wasn't going to be, a complete disaster. And it's called dog. I don't know why they explain why it's called dog fooding. I can't remember right now. But it's like eating your own food, right? Like you're making sure that your own product is working before it gets put out into the public. And they have a bunch of downloads. So when you go here, they've got actual scripts that are really, really helpful because especially if you've never done this or if you're shy, you're like, I don't know what to say to people. I don't know how to tell them that I want them to use this feature, test this feature. They actually have a bunch of actual scripts that you can use and consent forms, checklists, things to look out for, a bunch of resources that you can use for when you are testing with other people. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to have the opportunity to do that in this class because it's hard to coordinate that when you're all online and on different time zones, but it's definitely something to save and bookmark.
It's time for me to send you.
Something to save and bookmark so that you can use it whenever it is that you're working on a project. I know a few of you have mentioned that you're working on your own personal projects outside of class and doing stuff just, for fun or because you wanted to. So checking this out and making sure that you can test your own products with your friends, family, relatives, whatever it might be, is very, very helpful. Going back to the slides, this suggestion was huge for me as a QA manager. Yes, quality assurance, quality analysis, like you are absolutely going to be testing all the time. I'll send the link out. I'll send it out in the announcement so folks can check it out. So, once you've tested, right, what do you do next? What are the next steps? So, you want to summarize your findings, right? Figure out what it was that were issues, what were the issues that came up, why were they issues, and then you want to improve your design. Now, a lot of you have mentioned this in your discussion posts, how one of the biggest frustrations is when you're using some sort of technology and then there's an update and it completely changed the design. You obviously don't want to do that because you have experienced it and know how annoying and frustrating it is. So when you do iterate on your design, you want to do small changes that improve the experience, but you don't want to completely change the layout because that's going to confuse your users. You want to make sure that you update your prototype or your product, and then you're going to keep doing it again, right? You're going to test that new design, find out what the issues are there, and update it again, and you kind of go in this design cycle kind of forever, really, is what it is. If your product is already out in the wild, that's why we keep getting updates, and if you are testing before you actually launch your product, then you're going to keep doing it as resources, funding, time allows, so that you can release the best product possible once you do release. Any questions on this? Alright, so with that, we've got our usual announcements. Post on the virtual office if you have any questions. Make sure to email me if you'd like to meet. There is a learning activity for this unit. Again, learning activities are not required, but they are strongly encouraged. Please, 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 a lot of you have been forgetting to post by Saturday. Your first post needs to be done by Saturday. So right now when you log off, just go get it out the way. Go do the discussion post before you forget. And then come back on 2 different days to respond to your peers. Make sure to complete your Unit 4 assignments. Give yourself enough time to do your recordings. And that'll be due Tuesday. I will stick around to the top of the hour in case y'all have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. Thank you. Have a good one, y'all. Good night.
Confusion. Ooh, I messed up. It's okay. Destiny. some gray. So. Appreciate the follow, Computer Bit. Hope the stream, bro. Computer Bit. Want to do on me? Not right now. Not particularly at this moment. I appreciate the offer, though, family. Just running ranked right now. This guy being a hero player, he should know how GG it is right now. It is so GG, brother. I'm sorry. That's why I'm a grind solo mode then. Good luck. You don't play ranked? Or I don't know. I guess people play this game different. Sunrise, hopefully tornado or escape down. Sunrise. You have a second miracle feature in your deck. GG. Flat one, baby, with heroes. Make sure you join Discord, bro. I'll be forgetting to tell people that. There it is. Let me know that link works. It should work. Now I gotta update it. This guy's name is Dog Ass. Your deck will make me rage? Yeah, okay, sure. What deck are you running, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, it's you, Bell deck. Oh boy. Another one of these. Watanko, but it has no kaijus. Watanko, what is that? Google it real quick. Oh, this deck. Okay. I've beaten these before. I'm not scared. I am not afraid. Hopefully he ends his turn soon, because him going first is kind of a problem here. Problem for me. This card in particular. And I don't know what that face down is going to be. And Nightmare Pain is a fucking... Oh, what is that? Nightmare Pain is a pain in the butt. See who will come in handy. See, I summon him, he negates it. I activate that. Dark Law isn't really helpful here. It's a tough call. Oh. Okay. Hey, look, I'll take it. He wants the DC? It's on him. Thing about me is, I win duels, not coin tosses. It's the way this goes around here. Another Ubel deck. Should have known. I don't have any hand traps this time, so it might be rougher. how solo's going. I pretty much played like up until I can get to the hero section, and I'll stop playing solos. They need to add alternate card art on here, like the alternate hero cards and stuff like that. That would be a cool little feature. Gonna set Nightmare Pain. Yep, there it is. I'm on to them in their embellish antics. Terror Incarnate. Is he gonna get? I think he's gonna get Appaloosa, right? In which case, I might be screwed. Depending on what I draw next. So he's got an instant link summon, and he's got a negate, and then he's got probably alternate card art though. I'm just talking about that. He's 16, 24. He's got 3, 4, at least 4 negates. Bro. Okay, next draw was not any better. Oh, I messed up. Okay, I messed up, GG. It's been fun. Probably could have actually did something there, but I literally trolled. Okay. Quite literally just trolled. Why don't I draw these two first turn almost every game, bro? It's kind of crazy. Can I ask that? What are you gonna do? Okay, nothing. That's what I thought. I think he might. He has a hand trap. He just hasn't used it. I don't know. There it is. all that really was to get Vion out on the field. So Wilson. Fusion Destiny Neos. Whatever. Oh, I messed up. Classic, bro. I totally just messed up, bro. Oh, we don't need Neos in there anymore. Same plasma. This guy. My totes just messed up, bruv. Of course, it's light monsters. Summoned another one. Guy's spamming.
What was the sign taken down? No, just tell them. Yeah, just tell them when you started to. That we know each other, but you changed your mind. We're gonna move on. So tell them the sign will be down in the next few days.
I'm not late. The teacher's actually late for class. What did you do? Write down my schedule or something?
Okay, so I just ordered them. Just requested.
Recording in progress.
Okay. So now you know what to talk about. You're at the holiday party. You need some good convo. You could say, hey, you know where they got the first bug from? So, very cool. The bug was taped to the troubleshooting log where it was written. So it's actually a bug. So the bug disabled the computer from working. First actual case of bug being found. This was not the first use of the term. This was the first term. This is where they get debugged. I think it was a moth, actually. Yeah. Look at that, huh? Talk about cool history. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, very cool. So it's very interesting, working in this field to kind of, think about that. Great copper. Oh yeah. This was really big back in the days of Napster. Anyone remember this?
So I'll follow up with you tomorrow when I hear from the site.
They actually sued a 12-year-old amongst a lot of people. LimeWire, right, Kelly? LimeWire, some of the other ones. I'm not talking about the torrent. I'm talking about the for-torrent. Kazaa, LimeWire. So a lot of these were centralized, right? So the problem with that is they're easy to, find the source. But then the torrents came out. And torrents shared little bits and pieces instead. But yeah, this actually, a lot of people, they kind of woke up. Now the industry knows that they can't compete with all the streaming today. Even on YouTube, right? Oh yeah, Mike, Winamp. Oh, classic. The Nano was introduced back about 20 years ago, if anyone remembers this guy here. And if you do you remember how much storage was held? Anybody? Was it Jose, about 4 gigabytes? Because I remember the MP3s were only like 4 or 5 megabytes, right? Yeah, that was considered massive back then. Wow. Google satellite response. I mean, look how long ago that was. The IBM. This led us into last week to talk about that. So, yeah, it's just some interesting technology, right? Oh boy. So there you go, everybody. Little tech and history.
Absolutely, it's just like new Virgo streams.
Today
He
we're
also,
going to talk about.
yeah, dude. I mean, pretty much twice a week.
Let's jump into
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we talked about that time. Alright, Unit 4.
I might be screwed, my friends. I cannot lie.
Anyone familiar with this? The AAA framework or model when it comes to access control? Anyone know what the 3 A's are for? Well, there's one of the A's.
Yeah.
Right. Authentication. Authorization. And what's the third one?
Because I misplayed first
This
time, bro.
isn't really written place. These two. And what's the third one? These are all based on.
I guess the class is really 3 times a week, but 2 of the classes are one day.
Close. Not access. You know what, Kelly? That's for the CIA. Good, good one. It's confusing. So the CIA, confidentiality, integrity, availability, but the AAA is based on authenticate, authorize, and there it is. Accounting / auditing, right, Jose? So I have a key to get in the building. I'm authorized to go only to my apartment in the building, and everything I do is being recorded. The owners of the building are watching everything on camera. So when a user attempts to gain access to the network individual property, they authenticate, and then they'll be allowed in the building.
Oh, it's not working.
Or network, and you'll examine different types of authentication. All right. So this is a fun week content. All right. So we have authentication. Yeah, authentication. Authorization. So, what are some examples of authentication? Password. Yeah, two-factor. Bio, I'm going to say all the biometrics, tokens. Right. MFA. What's the difference between 2FA and MFA? Is there a difference? Two-factor authentication, multi-factor authentication. Did you think about that? Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even really say 2F. I just say multi. Because multi means we can have a lot more. Yeah. Biometrics. So,
so with that flame avatar, it's supposed to, yeah, dude's supposed to.
Like password, right? Something you have.
He do be
posing. Something tangible, right? Key fob. And then, what's the last one here? Yeah, and then the, yeah, something you own.
Oh,
right?
he's gonna negate
this
something.
Is you.
He's had enough finally.
I scan, right?
People see Vine and actually get.
There's a couple of other newer ones that are out there. Does anyone know what those are? It's similar to you as a person. Somewhere you are. There you are. And there's one other one that's similar to this. Something you...
He wants to live the hero life but doesn't know how.
Do! Right? So, the way you sign a paper, the way you say hello to someone, and then of course there's somewhere. So this is like location service. Alright? There you go. Authentication, and then authorization would be an example. So now that you have access to the network, what would authorization be? Be an example of that. Alright, so you have access, you're signed into the network. Right, maybe having a certain role where you have like a standard user role and you only have access to this drive or this application.
Sorry about the bust up this guy's field. When I lived the hero life with the back pedal, it was like, oh no, Mr. Neo's.
Drive, data access.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, the hero life's not easy. These cards aren't not
what about
easy.
accounting? What did you say accounting is for? Sometimes you'll see auditing. That's in here as well. tracking, documenting, right? Reporting, logging, and does anyone know what non-repudiation means? When we talk about all of this. Benjamin got it. Benjamin got it. So if for some reason, let's draw.
It's actually fine. Taking the beer.
Area of that. Let's do like a like one of those spy movies where they're trying to sneak into the building at night because they know that the CEO is corrupt. Secret agent has to go in and steal the disk vault behind the CEO's
Oh
desk,
wow! I
right?
just drew
How
into
many
the
times
colors.
has that movie played out? So you have the building, you have this is a huge fence that goes around the entire building. So what you're doing is the first thing you need to do is get authorized. Yes. You know what movie I was actually thinking? Is the movie Erasure with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's the one I was thinking of actually. You know. Yeah, I was thinking of that. But yeah, just about every Mission Impossible, right? So you're trying to get in. The first thing you got to do is you need some type of a way to get through the fencing. You know, you come up, you have the guard here.
Chilling.
It's 3 in the morning, so the guard is saying, "Hey, Jess, you're here kind of late." "Oh, I'm working on a special project." All right, so what you have to do is you have to authorize yourself as Jess, right? Now, the security guard knows who you are, but you still have to.
Oh, nice.
You still have to put your fingerprint
Just
or your smart card on there because the system starts tracking you. Jess was at the building at 3 a.m. last week, right? All right, you go in, go in the building, you go up the elevator. Now you're only authorized
I'll do DPE.
for your office on floor 2, right? Okay. Well, but you have some inside assistance code for the CEO's office. So what you're going to do is you're not going to go to your office. You're going to go all the way up to the top floor, go to the CEO's office, steal that disc, right? And I think this actually was the full scene in the movie Eraser. And then comes back down. "Oh, I'm leaving." And then the next day, the CEO calls the person into their office and shows them that they were on camera the whole time. So non-repudiation is, Benjamin, tell them what that is again. How did you explain that? Yeah. Well, I wasn't there, and then they show you the video. Well, that's still not. That's still not me. Still not me. Anyone ever see those YouTube videos where like they catch people like stealing and things like that? I like securities, you know, like not so much just cyber, but I like law enforcement type security, and it shows them how like Target, Walmart, they're really in there with their systems, right? And it show, yeah, we're thefts, right? They lose like billions a year. Really, right? Like a lot of these stores.
That's it.
And it shows, the officer has like let's say it's a couple of kids or something, and they have them, and they're like, "It wasn't me. It wasn't me." They show them the video, right? "That wasn't you." No, that looks like me. So you can't deny it because everything is audited, tracked, documented, and that's why. Even though you know the guard, the security guard, you still have to sign it. Right?
You totally trace the
let's see
Virgo
what
token to attack his. Yeah, well, it's GG for this guy.
Oh, okay.
He ain't making it through this turn.
Alright, so they
Oh.
walk.
Okay, I don't know.
You're kidding.
Why that doesn't work.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's one thing, Alex, if the video's a little fuzzy and it's hard to make out, and even the law enforcement sometimes, it looks very similar. But in that case, they denied the purchase to, oh my gosh. I don't know how Prime is still so big these days with the technology. How is that even possible? Well, let's see what what's here.
Yeah, it's GG.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Someone in here works for asset protection, right? Is that this class? I thought someone in this class said they work on asset protection or security. Fraud division. Maybe that was you, Alex. Oh, so Jeff, you worked with throughout.
Bro, I didn't put Neos back in the deck.
Okay.
It's in this play.
Very interesting. So Jeff, you get to see all kinds of crazy things. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, okay. That's cool. Like that eye in the sky, right? You look up and those cameras are just all over. So yeah, non-repudiation. So this week is about all of that. And there's nothing wrong with thinking of it similar to, retail theft. It's the same, just the same concept. It's just you're on a digital system, logically instead of physically, right? Let's take a look at the next question. How many of you like the weeks where we only have one discussion and the other one is just for questions? How many of you like that? You do. Kelly likes that. Well, guess what, Kelly? There you go again.
Just enough. 18.
So the main discussion
so.
this week is radius. Does anyone know? So we have radius. And we also have something called anyone familiar with these at all?
Can't finish them.
So all they are really
Oh yes, I
like
can.
remote. It's just very complex. So if you were to look at radius, you were to look at complex here. One of them is Cisco proprietary. One of them uses UDP. That's it.
Okay. I will be right back. I gotta put this chicken in the oven.
It's a little bit, complex on how it works. But all it is, so here's like the difference. It's a remote. When you go back, you have radius and TACAX remote authentication. Discuss the security issues with this. Give an explanation of remote technologies and options. Compare VPN and radius. Now, VPN is a little bit more different than radius and TACAX. VPN, virtual private network, actually creates that tunnel where it's not like that dial-in, like Kyle mentioned there. It's a continuous tunnel until you stop the tunnel. And you could have site to site, you could have site to, a business to business. BYOD is the whole idea of, Jose mentions that they're bringing in your iPad. You just got the latest iPad. You want to bring it into your company and plug it in. Well, plug it in, but right. Oh, you have that? Okay. So you let your employees just connect like through that policy BYOD. So some companies have it where you could just bring in your, if it's a laptop, you plug in. A lot of it, I'm guessing now, is wireless, and that's fine. Why would companies maybe not like that? There's something else called on the other end of the scale, COBO, which is company-owned business. What is it? Company-owned business only, company-operated business only, something like that. Where they actually provide your device for you, and you can't use YouTube or TikTok on it. Let's see. Access sales. Oh, that's pretty cool. Only thing we have is that we can use our cell phone. Okay. Yeah, so companies have different things. Oh, that's funny. Maybe some of you work for the same company. So this is the least strict. This is the most strict. So this is definitely a topic, it's up for debate. IT manager here to recommend security policies, do some research. And what is your approach? So you hear some of your classmates here have experience with BYOD, but what about you? If you were a manager, Walmart, not shy about it. I don't know about you all, but I'm old school. I don't think anyone should be using phones at all while they're working. That's just me. And you're talking to someone who's been in technology for almost 50 years. I mean, I love it, but I don't think it mixes with work. So that's just my own policy if I was managing people. Especially, I wouldn't incorporate that into work systems. I come from a very strict AT&T, very, very strict. Maybe that's why. But do I see a benefit? Sure I do. I would actually purchase devices for customers to use, Kobo, but for business only. To help people, hey, I'm looking for this item. Sure, let me help you. Let's go online and let's find it. Oh, perfect, Mike. Like a corporate apps, okay. Telecom, just prefer not to. Oh, no problem, Alex. So yeah, so there you go. It's just your own thoughts on it, right? There's no right or wrong. Your phone on the job wall when trying to use their app to help a customer out, but wall think there is even. Gotcha, Jonathan. Yeah, and I just know from my own experience going to my Target here. I love Target. Everyone's on their phone. Now, I don't know if they're helping people or they're just on their phone. Sometimes they're on their phone by themselves. It doesn't bother me personally, but if you see a couple people looking for something and the salesperson is on their phone and not helping them, and I was a manager, right? If I was a manager, I'd say, we did it before phones. We help people. They don't have that at the bank yet. Yeah. Down here where I am, they have the county I'm in, they have a no phone policy in high school, and all the schools, students can't use phones throughout the entire day. What do you all think about that? I don't know. I mean, some of you were born in the late 90s where you only know technology. You only know technology. What would you do if someone told you 10 years ago when you were in high school, you can't use your phone while you're in high school, while you're in class, you can pick it up at the end of the day? What would you do? For some of you 90s kids, what would you do? Okay. What would you do? I would just sneak it. Wow, raised me like I was born. Oh, that's cool, Tucker. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Kyle. There's a lot of controversy and debate, right? Of course, the whole thing about for an emergency, I need to call my parents. Well, I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and if there was an emergency, they would reach your parents, right? Yeah, Callie, right? So that's not, to me, that's not an excuse. I personally don't like phones just for the long-term effect it's going to have on kids growing up. You know, we don't know yet, right? Exactly, Kyle. How do you know that if you get hurt, the staff will take care of you? They'll call. So that's just my own thoughts on it. Um, they are addictive, and it's hard, you know. So I was just curious on what we all thought, but yeah. So that would be the unit four. Okay, four. But you can't keep people away from technology because listen, look at how much we learn from using technology, right? Right. I mean, you know, you're able to go online and look up something. Oh, what did Broman mean with that repudiation? What was that? You look it up right there. Yes, yeah, yeah, that's true. Um, all right, and then you have your lab. So you're going to describe authentication, access control, different factor authentication, like we talked about. There you go. Does anybody see a summary here for this, or is it just a screenshot? I don't know. What do you all see? I'm seeing just screenshots, right? That's what I'm getting. Yes. All right. Any questions on Unit 4? All right. We're going to talk about Unit 5. Because next week, we're going into Cahoots. Yes. Oh, no, wait a second. Your class grades them automatically, right? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of how it used to be. Sorry, Rona. Yes. Yes, yours, it used to be that way. It's all automatic now. Yes, my apologies. Yeah, no. You're all good. All right. No, you're all good. If you're getting good grades, then keep doing what you're doing. Everywhere in the world, wireless transmission is it's all over the place. So we're more prone, right, to attacks because you don't need to physically be somewhere. You don't have to be plugged in, so to speak, physically. Vulnerable. The IEEE 802.11 is the standard, and what did we have? We had A, B, G. Then we came out with N, A, C, A, X, right? So we got a whole. These are changing with the times. So you look at different vulnerabilities. A, B, and G are old, like late 90s, early 2000s, and then nowadays we're using like N or AC. Ah, let's see. Let's see what the neighborhood has. I think one of my neighbors has AX. Right, Kyle. ABG, yeah, and then the 5. Yeah, so I have a neighbor that has AX here. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, while 5 is a lot faster, 2.4 is better for what? Anyone know? No, 5 is definitely fast. Distance, a 2.4 can go, and penetration, right? So not only can 2.4 go farther, but it works with a lot of obstacles in the way, right? Very cool. And a lot of us probably have a router now that uses both of these. And if you're on 5 and you start walking too far away, it'll change over. Yeah, it's pretty common, right? So we're going to talk about the implementation of controls to secure data in the cloud. cloud. While the practice of storing data off-site has been used for many years, services are now becoming important of an organization. So here, I'm going to tell you how it used to be in the 90s with off-site. Because off-site is the proven way of, oh boy, this is rough. This is a truck. That's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. All right. So this is how we used to take data off-site into the cloud. There's the 3-2-1 rule. Anyone know what this is? For data backup. This is still known today. It's kind of like a rule or a 3 places. Yep. Oh, not 3 days. Oh no! Wait! I'm sorry. It's not 3 places. No, I looked at that too quick, Jose. 3 is for something else. Two types. That one's correct. 2 types. 3 copies. That's what it is. You want 3 copies, 2 types, and what does 1 stand for? Anyone know? One is off-site, right? So back in the 90s, we were talking about hundreds of megabytes. We weren't talking about gigabytes. And if we were, that was kind of rare, right? Hundreds of megabytes. And we used to have tape drives. There were huge tape drives, and you would store them on there. We had DVDs and things like that, but it wasn't real common. So back in the 90s, oh, Mike knows, yeah. So yeah, Mike, you probably know what I'm getting into here then. So this was our building here. This was the big AT&T data center. And we had a whole bunch of these. And every Friday, whatever it was, we'd have the truck come, and they would take the drives out, a whole bunch of drives, and put them on the truck. Okay. Now this is after we do our what did we call that? Incremental, right? Incremental backup, differential, whatever it was that we did, full backup, right? And then we would take one of the copies, and the truck would drive. Okay, would drive away. And it would drive right there, see that? And then it would go to another location, and this location would have our data, and it was a whole scheme on how they did it. You know, we had about 7 or 8 main hubs, like in, let's say, a state, for example. And this is what they would do. They would do transport delivery. And they would have a way that they did it. So why is that one of the most important things? So this would be considered off-site, even though it's on a different site. The data is from this division here. Why is off-site so important? Why is that critical? Yeah, you can have 10 copies of the data here. 10 copies. And guess what? We were talking about tornadoes earlier, right? What if this goes bye-bye? Those 10 copies don't mean a lot, and it's like what Rona mentioned here. That's what we call business continuity, right?
Okay.
Or disaster recovery, right? Yeah. So all 10 are gone.
I've been winning today, but I haven't won any coin tosses.
Oh, I got a whole backup. I'm fine if anything happens. So that's why a lot of companies now will site is the cloud. Kind of interesting how that works. Alright, let's see what else we have.
Okay, pressure planning.
Oh my gosh.
What is this?
Yeah, we did.
Catch two.
For like the first 5 minutes, we were talking about tornadoes in the class. So Kyle, you really like that combo a little bit. All right, let's look at what else we have. Okay, one discussion. Alright, so next we're talking about SSID. Anyone know where on here would we see the SSID in Wi-Fi? There, right? What's another name? Another name for SSID? Or like how would we describe it to somebody? Instead of saying, oh, it's your SSID. Yeah, it's just the name of the network, right? Now, mine, if you came in late, you probably didn't hear that I'm on my
God, I
phone.
hate this card.
Right there. It's working pretty good. Working pretty good. But normally I have my network. If my router doesn't work, they do network. But yeah, this is just an SSID. Anyone know what the SSID is? Just for the sake of it. That's just the Mac. Yeah. So very cool, right? So SSID. And a lot of times, oh, that's funny, Alex. That's
Is it funny?
FBI. Now that's funny. FBI man. So there are ways that we cannot broadcast SSID. Anyone ever hear of that little trick?
Oh my god, he's blocking my field
What would be
out.
the reasoning behind that?
Guy buns will play with Jamas.
Security method. What would be the reasoning why we wouldn't broadcast? Now, these are all broadcasting, but if you go in, yeah, you have to know what you're doing, right, Carl? So if
Can't
you're a
use
techie-
fire monsters.
Right, so basically it's going to say, it's not going to be listed, hey, here I am. Now, with a program like this, it'll just say no broadcast. I mean, you can't hide a physical signal, in the air, right? You can't hide it. So it's there. It's just not advertised.
Brother.
Oh, here's one right there. See?
My
There you go.
brother in Christ. Are you dead ass right now?
Yeah, you don't want that either. So you're going to do some research on securing. It's going to talk about that a little bit. And then cloud computing goes hand in hand with virtualization, a little research. One reason to use that in a business, if you think about cloud, right? This is your company and this is a cloud data center. And you don't need that truck, right? You don't need that truck, but this is a dangerous area here,
Not over just yet.
right? It's another party that is watching your data. Now, we don't know, we assume that they're watching and everything's protected, but we're a little bit worried. It's the first time we've done this, and our confidential proprietary information is over here. But we can pretty much assume that it's fine.
You serious,
What's the
bro?
main issue today? It's not so
Yeah,
much
I'm
as
the
where it
irritated.
resides, it's what?
I don't got to though.
It's the road it takes to get there and come back. Why? Why is that a concern?
Almost
This
freaking
is
quit just
secure.
now.
This is pretty much secure, right? I mean, if it's a big company, you can pretty much But you're going over a public roadway, right? This is where it's a problem. That's why obviously a lot of these are tunnel and encrypted. CrowdStrike, yeah. So yeah, right. So it's still a little risky. So if you go in there, just do some research. This week, week 5, you're going to discuss different Wi-Fi technology, protocol services, attacks, instructions, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty easy. Everybody. They also have. Anyone ever heard of the evil twin attack? Anyone ever? Oh, this is crazy. So this would be like, oh, you have Kyle? Oh, if you have any experience with this, Kyle or Mike. So let's say you're in a like a small. It's always like a small hotel or something, right? You're in a hotel, and the hotels, you know, you sign in. You're in the lobby. You want to sign in. Oh, we get free access. Oh, you have Kyle? Oh, isn't it crazy? So Kyle, let's pretend Kyle's in the lobby, and the hotel's Wi-Fi is hotel Wi-Fi, right?
Bro, how are they firing these off right now?
Who's to say that another connection, right, can't connect and call it hotel _ Wi-Fi?
All right.
I mean,
that's for times. That's for measures.
To me, that's just a router on the go. Who's to say I can't create something, right, Kyle, and have everybody join that?
Scared of the dark, well. Good to know. Future reference.
That is crazy.
Jeez.
So that's all it is. That's the one dangerous thing about all these hotspots and things like that. We're actually.
Oh my God, my field. Please stop. I'll have nothing.
Yeah. Lots of different tricks and things like that. So, evil twin. Yeah, they use packet sniffers and reroute. Yeah, once you have others connecting, then you can take over fully. Yep.
Dude, he would have got all my monster zones better than some of these.
Yeah. So it's pretty disturbing. Here's an example. Oh, there it is, hotspot. Evil twin. It's called hotspot. Oh, let me jump on there. That sounds legit. So you always got to follow the little sign. This is how we sign in. A lot of companies now are protecting it. Yeah, like Jessica had. Yeah, there. So that's it. Evil twin. And what's crazy about it is you can go right online and learn how to do this. They always have the example of the hotel or the airport. Look at this. Airport _ free _ Wi-Fi. Look at that. I don't know about you all, but that would trick me. Anybody have any questions? Fun stuff today. Next week we're going to do cahoots. Come in and test your minds on everything. Maybe I'll throw in an evil twin question. Yeah, that's it. Sound good? They still have those pages when you're logging. I haven't. Wi-Fi decade at least. They should have something on the landing page. All right. Have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody. Yeah.
Bro, it's the standby phase. Oh my god, dude. There's simply no way. I can't play a spell card. How? I can't do anything, bro. Let's see. Oh. I literally couldn't do anything because he just went through my whole field. Skull Drain. What a nerd. What a little nerd, bro. What a little nerd, bro. This guy pulls out a skill drain like that. This guy's a nerd, bro. Ain't no way. Well, you leave me no choice. Truly, no choice. He's like, oh no, 4,500 attack points. What am I gonna do? No skill drain, buddy. That's tough. It's real tough. That shouldn't work, right? He's scared now. He don't run now. Centurion. Gargoyle. would you put that? Why would you put that in attack position? It's literally a GG. This guy forgot about his own skill drain. Trigger one card for your hand and field, return one face-up card. I don't think so, buddy. Have we officially beat the skill drain card? Possibly. Yep. Get out of here with that garbage, bro. Straight garbage. Guys' deck relied on one trap card. This hand is quite dicey. No Maxi, no Ash Blossom, we're in the clear. Our hand is all the cards we usually search for, so that's interesting. Kind of gotta reverse the process here. Sure. Yeah, we drew everything that we didn't need to draw there. It's crazy. Hints take away all our draw power away. special limit combination from hand attack. Wow. You can activate 2 of those in the same turn? That is infuriating. Oh wow. What did I just duel against? Alright, will I win this coin toss? If the answer is no, I'm getting off after this game. Getting off after this game. How's this guy's turn still going? He's gotta be out of time. He's gotta have like 60 seconds left, right? Appaloosa. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Love Appaloosa. It's my favorite game. I absolutely love Appaloosa. It's my absolute favorite, fam. It's my absolute favorite, fam. Negate and destroy? Or is it just negate? It could go Vion, tries on the card, he'll negate it, I mass change. He negates it. Or go Shadow Mist, mass change. He negates Shadow Mist. Vion's better utility here. Go Vion. It's obvious. He only negates the activation. He doesn't negate the next effect. Oh my god, it's Ash Blossom. Alright, GG, bro. I don't know. There's nothing I can do against that. This guy just negates everything. Negate. Yeah, I'm gonna off this game.